Today we'll make a traditional Chinese spring onion pancake. You may want to pause here for the ingredients and the preparation methods. Today we're going to make a very special Chinese dish called scallion pancakes or chong you bing. Let's have a look at the ingredients. We'll need 1.5 cups of normal all-purpose wheat flour. We'll need some green spring onions which we have chopped very finely. We'll need some vegetable oil, salt and pepper, and of course we need a rolling pin to actually roll this thing out. Okay, let's start by making a dough out of the wheat flour. So I've just got a little bit of water. I'm just going to add some of the water in, and this we will have to adjust until we get a soft batter. So we're just forming the gluten so that it becomes pliable and soft. Okay, so once our batter is smooth, we'll let it rest for 5 minutes. You can see how soft and smooth this is already. Okay, so let it rest for 5 minutes and I'll come back. So our dough has been resting for a few minutes now, and you can see it's all soft and all. I'm going to remove this. Now what we're going to do is to roll out the dough into a very thin layer. So we can, let me just make sure I dry this surface. Okay, I'm going to put some flour on this. We have to clean this later so that it doesn't stick to the surface. Okay, I'm going to start by trying to make this thing as thin as possible. And you can just go straight to the rolling pin. Okay, I'm just pre-forming the thin dough. Okay, I'm going to dust my rolling pin with some flour. I'm going to move this all aside. Alright, so I'm going to try to roll this. Alright, okay, so first thing we're going to do is to layer some oil inside, maybe about 1.5 teaspoons. This is to help to create the layers. Just going to see if I could do this without like oiling myself all over. We'll coat the inside with oil as much as we can. Okay, just a little bit more here. Okay. Now we'll sprinkle in the spring onions as much as you like. Okay, that's good. We'll sprinkle a thin layer of salt to give it a bit of seasoning. And a little bit of pepper. Okay, that's good enough. So now what we're going to do is to slowly roll this thing up. And just put a little bit more over the end. Okay. Okay, so we're going to roll this thing up. Just a very tight roll. We'll try to push out as much of the air as possible. Because we actually oiled the under layer, so inside layer it will not stick together. Okay, so now we have it. So what we want to do right now is to just make a spiral or roll it up into like a circle. Now for the end, we want to just add a bit of water so that we can seal it up. Just add some water. Okay. Now here, it's best to let it rest for a little while. I'm not, so I'm just going to slowly press it down. Okay. Okay, now we are going to roll this thing slowly. We don't want to break it. And of course we cannot get it back to the same thinness as how it used to be. So we'll be fine if it's just thin enough to fry. Try to make it as round as we can. Okay, this is almost done. Just make sure I don't. Okay, so that's good. So this is rolled up. I've got my flat skillet. Preferably you can use a non-stick one. So I'm going to oil this and then put this and we can fry it. Okay, so I'll come back. So I've got my pancake on the skillet. I'm going to turn on the flame. And we'll fry this slowly until both sides are crispy. So I've added oil at the bottom, so I'm going to add a little bit of drizzle of oil on top as well. So it's been frying on one side for a couple of minutes now. It looks a bit brown. I'm going to give it a few more seconds. Okay. Just want to make sure that I get the sides as well brown. Yep. Okay. Now it's time to flip it over. Let's try my best. Alright. So now we will fry the other side. And give it a few minutes. Okay, color is perfect. Okay, we will basically just give the bottom part another fry. This is already cooked, just to crease it up again. Okay, so I'm going to plate this thing up and we can serve up. I'll come back. So our Chinese scallion pancake is ready. So what we're going to do is just take a knife and cut quarters out of it. And we can serve this with some chili sauce and enjoy.